Hey everyone, this is Manly Bastro, and welcome back to Lorelai. Previously, we defeated the Queen of Maggots, and now we're in the epilogue. Chapter 7. Awake. So on 12 Hell Road. Hell N, but you know how this game series is. We're gonna run to the end for the hell of it, because why not? A lot of stuff has gone down in this poor place.
12 Helen Road. This is the place. Is this the plant Jimmy told me about? It's one of those prepaid meters. You put coins in the slot to top it up. It's nearly run out. There's 14p left on the meter. It's quiet inside.
You're home?
That's not where Jimmy lives. Why am I even knocking?
Because you're an adventure game character.
Did I just hear a meow?
Meow, meow.
There it is!
Flat 3.
This is it. Jimmy's place. Has he really been sleeping all this time? There's some loose change. Should I have it? It would cover the price of the bus ticket.
Karma +1.
A random act of kindness. Hopefully it'll put a smile on someone's face.
Oh. So you are a natural person. And you look just as edgy in real life as you do. And you also sleep in reverse.
Why is it on the floor? Is Jimmy a messy kind of guy? Are people still using these?
Maybe put some water in this, pour it on his face. That'd be kind of funny.
There's plenty of hair all over it. Gross.
You're not a cool, goth, 90s character. You're just some normal dude with a messy apartment.
His body's here, but his spirit's still in the other world.
And you wear your shoes on the bed. Maybe he learned what he wears goes to the other worlds. He's like, I gotta dress. Full dress, in case it's cold in there. Gotta put my shoes on, don't wanna walk around barefoot.
Good morning.
Lorelai. It's you. You made it.
Boy, you got into like cool
I
hand in
did.
pocket pose right away.
Am I really awake?
I can pinch you if you want.
No. I can feel it. Oh, my neck is so stiff. This place stinks. We have to go.
You promise you won't take me anywhere horrible? Like the last time?
It depends. Are you afraid of clowns?
Yes.
Well, who isn't? But Are you at least coming in with me this time?
Oh, you couldn't stop me if you tried.
Well, that was terrifying.
Terrifying for my arteries.
Told you.
Totally worth it, though.
I think I lost my mind there for a second, when I was a crow. I'm glad you didn't listen to me.
I like to do things my way.
Lorelai, thanks for waking me up.
I'm sorry it took me so long to get here. I had some urgent stuff to take care of. You know, my sister, and Zach, and the police. But everything suddenly just clicked. And I think I'll actually be alright.
I'm happy for you, Lorelai. You've grown up.
I suppose I have.
Adulthood is like waking up from a long dream. There will be times you'll wish you were asleep again. But you can never go back to the same dream, no matter what you do.
That wasn't just a dream. It was a nightmare. And I'm glad it's over now.
Hey, remember that house in the dream world? The one in the fields? Do you miss it?
And that greedy, annoying crow. I like this one.
There was an annoying talking crow in the garden. Who'd want to live with that?
Oi!
But it's alright. We've got a nice council flat. There's hardly no mold in it, and the neighbors aren't complete twats. It has a roof and a bed. And it's not in a dream.
So, what now?
Well, I'm ready to pull up my sleeves, work hard, and build a proper life for myself.
Sounds kind of boring.
Maybe to you. You weird, dream-traveling... emo.
Hey. Watch it.
Correction, he's a goth.
You want me to come and spy on your dreams again?
Actually, I dreamt of the Silver Lake last night. Man, it shimmered like real diamonds. Later, I tell Jimmy about me and Zach moving into a new flat together. I tell him that my fears of losing Bethany to social services proved pointless, and that she'd been able to stay with us. We're a little family now. I managed to keep my job at the Pinecroft residential home. Zach's back to his games, keeping an eye on Bethany when I'm not there. With us looking after her, she's never gonna cry again.
Things worked out.
Can you smell it too?
No.
Something's burning. I hope it's not my hard drive.
Maybe it's the food. Yes.
Something's wrong. Why is there all this smoke?
Whoops. We seem to be bad with cooking. It's like poetry. Ruin the meal in the beginning, we ruin the meal later.
Just before Christmas, Marjorie passes away. She never spoke to me, and yet it hurts. Everyday life can be a drag. Work, shopping, cleaning, all the mundane routines we lock ourselves into. I can feel that with every obstacle, I'm headed towards a breakdown. And not just me.
Oh, hey.
At least Al's doing fine. He's still fighting the good fight. I keep asking myself, is this the life I was fighting for? Was it all worth it? And every time these thoughts come back to haunt me, I close my eyes. And I see this place. My own world inside me that keeps reminding me who I am. A survivor. A powerful, unstoppable being. Then I open my eyes.
Rachel, give me what I want. Give me anything. Jingling in your pockets of love. From boys I'm backing off. From the doorstep. A bunch of good for nothings. This looks there's a cabin on the shore, looming over me, wishing I fall under the heavy floorboards. So won't you come here with me? Won't you fool me?
Everything you ever want is on the other side of fear.
Send me a postcard from a faraway place.
So now we're gonna do the ending variation where we don't light the candles, but Jimmy and Al are alive.
There's barely enough for one last meal.
So I'm not sure if those two being alive or dead changing things hugely, so that means there's gonna be quite a few variations on this. And if there's no difference to certain parts of the scene or anything, then I'll just probably cut those out. So about lighting it, there should be no one waiting for us this time. Oh, and I also realized that last candle was actually mine, so the mother is dead. Never mind then. I forgot. That was the one that was blown out. Okay, so let's just get the key. Jimmy should still be alive, but our dialogue's probably gonna be a little bit different. Apparently it doesn't work. So it always has to be the water. Or the lighter.
That's not gonna work. Good morning.
Lorelai. It's you. You made it.
I did.
Wait. That's better. Am I really awake?
I can pinch you if you want.
No. I can feel it. Oh, my neck is so stiff. This place stinks. We have to go.
You promise you won't take me anywhere horrible? Like the last time?
It depends. Are you afraid of clowns?
Well, who isn't? But... are you at least coming in with me this time?
Oh, you couldn't stop me if you tried. told you?
Totally worth it, though.
I think I lost my mind there for a second, when I was a crow. I'm glad you didn't listen to me.
I like to do things my way.
Lorelai, thanks for waking me up.
It's alright. You're the closest thing to a friend that I have now. I might need you. You know, just so I don't lose my mind thinking about the people I've lost.
You've grown up.
I suppose I have.
Adulthood is like waking up from a long dream. There will be times you'll wish you were asleep again. But you can never go back to the same dream, no matter what you do.
I'll take your word for it, Jimmy.
Hey, remember that house in the dream world? The one in the fields? Do you miss it?
I do. That house was kinda awesome. But it's alright. They gave me a nice council flat. There's hardly no mold in it, and the neighbors aren't complete twats. It has a roof and a bed. And it's not in a dream.
So, what now?
Well, I'm ready to pull up my sleeves, work hard, and build a proper life for myself.
Sounds kind of boring.
Maybe to you. You weird, dream-traveling... emo.
Hey, watch it. You want me to come and spy on your dreams again?
Actually, I dreamt of the Silver Lake last night. Man, it shimmered like real diamonds. We stood there talking for a long time. Mostly about his dream-traveling shenanigans and my job at the care home, which surprisingly I did manage to keep. I avoid talking about Bethany or Zach, because there are simply no words to describe how my heart feels. Not just dead or broken, but shattered into a million tiny pieces that I might never be able to put back together. I have what I wanted. A one-bedroom council flat. All mine. But I can't stop thinking about Bethany and Zach. One question going round and round in my head. What if I used the lighter Zach gave me to light the stupid candles? Now, I'll never know. Just before Christmas, Marjorie passes away. She never spoke to me, and yet it hurts. Everyday life can be a drag. Work, shopping, cleaning, all the mundane routines we lock ourselves into. I can feel that with every obstacle, I'm headed towards a breakdown. And not just me. At least Al's doing fine. He's still fighting the good fight. I keep asking myself, is this the life I was fighting for? Was it all worth it? And every time these thoughts come back to haunt me, I close my eyes. And I see this place. My own world inside me that keeps reminding me who I am. A survivor. A powerful, unstoppable being. But what now? Do I stay here and keep on fighting each day until it gets easier? Or leave? Make a fresh start somewhere far, far away?
Rachel, give me what I want. Give me anything. Jingling in your pockets of love. From boys I'm backing off. From the doorstep. A bunch of good for nothings. This looks up. There's a cabin on the shore, looming over me, wishing I fall under the middle floorboards. So won't you come here with me? Won't you fool love? Pretend like we were last night. Don't you feel to my mouth? Why don't you breathe to my mouth?
So let's try the not reviving
It's
anyone
barely
ending.
enough for one last meal.
Like I said before, there's really almost no difference except for like maybe one scene, and I'm basically just gonna skip all that stuff. Alright, let's see what the fate of old Jimmy is when we blow him with fertilizer. Holy crap.
Should I feel guilty about Jimmy? Maybe. I had a feeling he shouldn't be eating that bloody fertilizer. But he just wouldn't listen to me. I wish I could tell him about my life now. Then again, I'm not sure I could put in words how I feel these days. Because everyone I loved is gone. And now my heart isn't just dead, but shattered into a million tiny pieces. Is this the price I have to pay for living my life the way I wanted to? I have what I wanted. A one-bedroom council flat. All mine. But I can't stop thinking about Bethany and Zach. One question going round and round in my head. What if I used the lighter Zach gave me to light the stupid candles? Now, I'll never know.
And then we're gonna do, I think pretty much the endings are all the same, except for like the 2 different scenes. So we're gonna just do the one where, we revive him, and she's probably gonna have a slightly different dialogue when we meet Jimmy, I imagine. Oh, if you skip the cutscene, you get a little bit of a bug there.
Should I feel guilty about Jimmy? Maybe. I had a feeling he shouldn't be eating that bloody fertilizer. But he just wouldn't listen to me. I wish I could tell him about my life now. How me and Zach moved into a council flat together, and that my fears of losing Bethany to social services proved pointless. Because in the end, she'd been able to stay with us. We're a little family now. I managed to keep my job at the Pinecroft residential home. Zach's back to his games, keeping an eye on Bethany when I'm not there. With us looking after her, she's never gonna cry again.
Can you smell it too? Something's burning. I hope it's not my hard drive.
Everyday life can be a drag. Work, shopping, cleaning, all the mundane routines we lock ourselves into. I can feel that with every obstacle, I'm headed towards a breakdown. And not just me.
Hey everyone, this is Manly Bass Hero here, and that is it for Lorelai, which is the last of a trilogy. They did confirm this was a trilogy, which includes The Cat Lady, which is number 1, and the Downfall remake, not the original Downfall, which I guess is now its own canon. And I think in that specifically, there was kind of a mixed response to that being kind of superseded, because the original does some things pretty good, and the new one, I'm not going to say full Star Wars prequels it, but it does kind of overcomplicate the storyline a little bit. So there's some mixed reception to that Downfall, but it's canon now. I mean, that's what you would have to deal with. You know, it's like I said, just like Star Wars. But anyway, so Lorelai, it is a little bit different than the originals. I mean, the previous games in the series, rather. So Cat Lady and Downfall. Downfall in particular is very supernatural. It wears its kind of Silent Hill influence on its sleeves and its shirt and its hair, and it's got some nice accessories. It's just everywhere. It's very Silent Hill. And then you have the Cat Lady, which is more, I believe this might be the right word to use here, sardonic. It's a kind of muted story. It's a little bit realistic, but at the same time, it's very gothy. Like, it's very strong goth aesthetic. Our character is kind of sarcastic and so on. And it's got some nods to some slasher flicks and stuff like that. Overall uplifting ending. Downfall is just like its title. It's downfall all the way. So, Cat Lady is probably the most popular one now. I'm very partial to the original Downfall. The second one was decent, but it's just kind of put up in comparison to the first one, in my opinion. So Lorelai comes out. And Lorelai was, if you know the originals, you know that the maggot, the Queen of Maggots, rather, drops her name as being Lorelai. So you think this is literally her name if you're playing the originals. And maybe it was, I don't know. And then as we found this one, it's more symbolic. Her name's not literally Lorelai. There is a bit of all games take place at the same time a little bit here and there, because time doesn't flow the same way in that universe. So it's more of like she just chose that name randomly because Lorelai was hanging out around then. It's a little bit funny, but I get it. So Lorelai is a little more of an upbeat plot. It is still inherently supernatural, but it's not dark. It's a very realistic story overall. It's dealing with a very real issue and a very real situation that could happen, except for the two cops being completely dumb and breaking all protocol on how to handle domestic cases. But anyway, that's a separate subject. So it's got a more uplifting message, assuming you get the golden ending, and the golden ending is very easy to achieve in this one. You would have to purposely get the bad ending almost to not get the golden ending. And that might be purposeful, that might not be, and maybe they got kind of rushed towards the end, but overall this is a more uplifting game. It's the finale. The Queen of Maggots is kind of temporarily put away, but she's not really put away because she's actually symbolism, like I said, for kind of our dark side. The sides we don't want to think of, our negativity, our self-loathing, our evil and everything. That's why she says, like, sometimes I'm referred to as the devil. But she's not actually the devil. She, in a sense, consumes the negativity, and she also ekes out karmic punishment. But she's also not a good person at the same time. So, a little bit like certain Buddhist figures, actually. And in the end, Lorelai learns to kind of just deal with life. That's really the message of the story, is that life is kind of unfair. There's like ups and downs. All you can do is just kind of be a survivor and not give in to that side. And it had one of the better depictions of alcoholism. It's not, like I said, it's not 100% accurate, but for what it was, and usually when they do types of stuff like this, it's usually very bad. Like, it's very cliche and everything. But this one was a little more subtle, like Al didn't just start chugging down bottles right away. You slowly ruined Al's life. You added more stress to him. You saw him kind of cry and break down. And that, in particular to me, was one of the best chapters of the game. And I actually think that concept of kind of being the shadow on the shoulders of some figures going through the stresses of their lives would be an interesting game concept. I'm a little sad it was only one chapter, considering Cat Lady, for example, had like a few sagas worth of maggots. This one just had Al. So I would like to see more of that. And the way it handled the family, the way it handled, like, the way they interacted and how it kind of collapsed and led to that swing of violence that, like, created the cataclysm of the game. The way our main characters interacted overall. I think that was all well done. I can see where some people would think this game is more boring, maybe a little too slow at times, but I appreciate Lorelai for what it is. And like I said, it's a healing game. Not everyone's going to like that, but just the way it kind of weirdly handled a lot of subjects that were kind of tricky like this, with a certain element of taste, I appreciate that. I would have liked to see more Queen of the Maggots. I would have liked to see more of the embellishments around the game, but as a kind of a psychological horror-ish game. It's executed better than a lot of psychologically horror games. So, you know, like I like Layers of Fear, for example. I like that game. But obviously, Layers of Fear, I like it for the visual portion. I don't really see Layers of Fear and think this is a nice depiction of mental health and family abuse and whatnot. Like, no. If you go into that type of game, and maybe the developers wrote it that way, expecting that be your reaction. But if you go in that type of game, and you're thinking like, well, this is well written. Like, no, not. It's really not. But this is, you know, very well executed in that regard. Like I said, I just would like to see more. You can. Maybe it was a little bit rushed towards the end, so we didn't get as much of that meat. But is it a satisfying conclusion to the series? Yes. It could be a lot worse, frankly. It could have had a couple more chapters of the supernatural stuff, but overall, you know, it scratched my itch, per se. It gave me a little bit of a satisfying conclusion. We didn't see Joe, I think his name was, but we did see Susan. And assuming you're nice to Al, you see kind of nice, maybe afterthought that maybe Susan and Al will date, or maybe they'll just be good friends. Overall, it's two people that have gone through a lot, who are trying to heal and move on, and that's an overall good message for the game to have. And a good way to kind of end a trilogy that's overall kind of just been very depressive and kind of dark. A true golden ending, I guess you would say, considering that's the best endings of all these games. Anyway, so thank you all for watching me play Lorelai. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.